Hey there, hello students. Welcome back. It's pretty exciting today. It's always exciting, I know it is, but I can't stop saying it. Every time I start a stream, it's just so exciting. Today we are going to be continuing our Paper Mario series. Now, we've managed to play through and completely beat the first Paper Mario game. That was on the N64. It was quite enjoyable. I quite liked it. It was like 7 episodes long and each one about 2 hours long. Pretty good sized game overall, you know, about 14 hours worth of gaming. It goes quite a bit faster when you actually know what you're doing when you're playing it through after being familiar with it. So it was quite enjoyable to be able to go through. Now, today, I'm planning on having us play The Thousand Year Door. The Thousand Year Door was a GameCube game of Paper Mario. I'm still trying to get it to actually work on here real quick. Give me a moment. There we go. It should be working now. Yes. Anyway, the GameCube game itself was quite enjoyable. I played it pretty often growing up. It's probably one of the games that I most revisited over and over and over again, just because of how well it was set up with like all these different like little side quests you could do, with all these different things that Mario themselves could like find out and figure out as the game progressed and stuff like that. I really like it. It's also one of the games that I feel like, even though I played it the most, that I know the least amount of secrets about it. Like, there's so many small things that I do know about, and so many large things I just have never touched in the game before. So it'd be kind of interesting, I think, to be able to take a little bit of time to try to figure all that out together. So let's go ahead here real quick. I'm trying to set it up so that we can have this pop up nice and easily. I have that there. Perfect. Okay, this should work then. Once I close out of this, open into here. Okay, let's open up our GameCube area. Oh, it wants me to install... Yeah, sure, I'll install an update on my emulator here. Give me a moment. Hopefully that doesn't take too long. I'm realizing now that it might actually take a little bit of time. So if that's the case... Thank you, Rowan. We're trying to make sure to instill respect here. Yeah, when it comes to this game, I know that this is definitely, it's an older one, right? So, you know, it came back, wow, I think it came out in like 2004. I think I was like 8 years old when I was playing it. It's a really enjoyable game. It does have some graphics that are meant to be a lot more simplistic and childish. Honestly, I've seen a lot of indie games lately that try to channel the same sort of vibe of the game itself, the art that we're seeing for this. Let me put myself back on chatting since it's going to take a while for my emulator to update. Gosh, I thought I'd already I'd seriously just played this like the other day. So, anyway, it is what it is. But yeah, so what we're going to be doing is starting out the game today. I don't think we're going to get extremely far into it. I imagine we're going to get through the prologue area, through most of all the beginning of it. And then likely what we're going to find out is how to get into the sort of first main level. This the chapters in this game are broken up very similarly to how they were in the original Paper Mario game. The original Paper Mario game, it has it separated out, right? So like you go through a little tutorial section, figure out how everything works, and then you find out that you need to go and rescue all the star spirits in the first game, right? And so from there, each chapter is you rescuing a star spirit, and the very last chapter is you going to Bowser's Castle and beating the game there. It's very enjoyable. This game has a very similar setup to it, where we're going to go through this whole beginning prologue area, get everything set up for us to be able to play, and then afterwards, we are going to start to figure out what is it that we're actually pursuing, what is actually our goal within the game itself. So I'm pretty much looking forward to it there. Since it is taking a while, I figure let's go ahead and pop open, gosh, what was I going to say? What was I going to open up here? I feel like I was going to open up something to show you all, and then I completely blanked on what it was that I wanted to show you all. Oh well, I guess I'll just talk for a little bit longer while we are still waiting here, annoyingly. Oh, I just realized I should have, oh wait, no, I don't need that. Okay, I was going to say I need to get a logo for down here, because you know how I have a logo for my gaming areas, right? So like whenever we're playing Among Us or something like that, I have a little logo for it. I need to go ahead and delete that code, because I'm not going to need it. But I was going to say I need to get a logo for this, and then I realized, a little too late, perhaps, that isn't really essential. So, Gonna go ahead and slide that back over there and open this up once again. So we'll just wait right here, I guess, in such a fun area while we wait for everything to update. So exciting. Gosh, it's showing it as about like 3/4 of the way there, so it should be pretty short left. A short amount of time left. Ah, gosh, I'm already all sorts of tongue-tied because you see, these next 2 days I'm not going to be able to be teaching at my school. They're having me out on this like Foundations of Leadership sort of weird conference thing where I'm being pulled out of the school to learn more about leadership for 2 days, like 2 full days of school where they're just, it's honestly, here's what it is. It's their way of avoiding paying me, right? Because if I had like an afternoon set of meetings or an online set of classes or a Saturday meeting or something like that, they'd have to actually pay me more to get this sort of training. So instead, the cheap way of getting out of it is not paying me, but paying for a sub to replace me for periods of days throughout the year. There's like 8 total days throughout the whole year that they're just going to have a sub replacing me. And it's a little disheartening because I would much rather just be in my class teaching. Like, that's so much more fun. That's so much more. I just realized that you may have been hearing me very quietly there for a while. Yeah, that's... I'm putting it right about there, because this is where I normally have it. I just realized that may have been all sorts of wonky for you all. But yeah, they're kicking me out of my own classroom and telling me that I have to go to this other thing instead. It's probably not going to be even all that fantastic, I'm going to be completely honest. Alright, I think we have this game just about ready to go now. So, let's go ahead, press play on it, close down my music. Open up the game capture. Needs to be, I think it's this. Let's give it a shot. If we have this, is it going to acknowledge it? I think it is. Let's just change some stuff on the screen here real quick. No, maybe not. Maybe it needs to be something else. Give me a moment. Oh, that might have been it. This might be it right here. An error occurred. Ignore and continue. Yes. Gosh dang it. Okay, that was the right one, though. Okay, give me a moment. Okay, let's see if it's working. Fingers crossed. It's not working. Give me another moment here. There we go. Okay. Once more, everyone, with feeling. Nice. Okay, and let's just go ahead and shrink this a little bit. And move it slightly over, like so. I think that should do it for us. Okay. Yes, okay, everything's fitting now. Woo! At last. Kitchen table kid back at it again. Nice. Okay, here we go. So, Super Mario, gosh, Paper Mario and the 1,000-Year Door. We're gonna create a save file for it right now. It looks a little skinny on this one. I'm realizing on this stream it looks a little more skinny. Not too much more, but just a tiny bit more. Alright, it is what it is. Let's see, we got to name ourselves MrM. Because I don't think I can fit, yeah, I can't fit Mr. Multimedia in there. I think I could get Mr. M-U-L-T-I-M, Mr. Multim. It's like multimeter. Alright. Oh, I see. Okay. There we go. Okay, my progress has been saved. Beautiful. Lovely. There we go. Ah, you can see, one of the fun things I like about this is they do revisit some of the older, like, graphics to this. Like, that's supposed to be Paracarry here, and this is Mario's house. We're not going to end up revisiting here again, so this really is just, like, a little cameo of seeing Paracarry for a tiny bit. There. And off they go. I just realized, did you just realize that? When Luigi shook the mailbox, the L on his hat, like, reversed for some reason. Was that just me? I've never noticed that little graphical glitch before. I'm sure that with some characters like Mario, like, it doesn't matter that it swaps around. But with Luigi, it's kind of obvious whenever it, like, swaps around like that. That was weird. I have to check that out later. I don't know what would have done that. Okay, whatever. Now I'm gonna be, like, staring at the L for Luigi's hat and trying to figure out. Whatever. Okay, Hello there, Mario. I'm now on holiday. Oh, yes, it's a letter from Princess Peach. Traveling in the Mushroom Kingdom. In my travels, I came into possession of a mystical map. A treasure map, actually. I got it in a town called Rogueport. I forget exactly what it said. But since it would be too difficult for me to try to go find the treasure all by myself, I thought you could help me hunt for it. You will, of course, won't you? I've included the map with this letter, so please bring it with you when you come. I'll meet you at Rogueport. That means you must come, Peach. All right. What do you know? It's true. There's a weather-old map in here with a letter. Check it out. There we go. We see this map, and you can see what it is. By the way, this is the map that I'm using behind my thumbnail picture. You guys don't see the funny little message that popped up. It says that there was some sort of... The emulated GPU got desynced, and disabling my dual core could maybe help here. Further errors will be sent to here, and Dolphin will now likely clash or hang. Enjoy. Okay. Yes. Okay. It just crashed. Oh gosh. Oh, why is this doing this to me? Okay, give me a second. It mentioned something about disabling dual core. Hello, folks. How are we feeling today? There we go. Hold on. Dolphin core does not... Huh. Okay, hold on. Okay. My configuration window. Aha! I have it set to enable dual core. I shall set it to disable dual core. There we go. Fingers crossed. Everyone cross your fingers, please. I'm playing Uno while watching. Nice. That's a good activity to do. I always am a proponent of doing something else while watching a stream. I think it's much more fun to multitask that way. Plus, it makes it much more interesting. Like, if you try to watch just a stream for like a 2-hour time period, unless the person on screen is like being very interesting, being very interactive, and making sure to like interact with chat like repeatedly in lots of cool like individual unique ways, it gets a little bit, no matter how much you care about the person, it gets a little tiresome to watch after a while. And that's just the truth of it, right? Like, we humans, we love having multiple things like grabbing our attention and pulling us in. So sometimes it's the streamer has like a good conversation that lasts for a while. Sometimes it's that the game that they're playing, it's something that actually, you know, we would want to play ourselves. But if you don't have any of that, then it is just kind of going to be a... It's going to be an experience that's hard to focus on just that. I'm almost certain I saw the L's swap around there again. I'm almost certain about it. Hey bro, check it out. Letter from the princess. Okay, fingers crossed. We have to hope that, here, we're just gonna kind of click through these rather than read through them as Peach again. One thing I like about this is how quickly you can click through the text in this game. Would you ever play Hylix? I have it down on my list. It is in here on the very first page. I can even show you right there. Right? So you can see Amazing Island, Luigi's Mansion, we've played those. The Super Mario 3D Trilogy is on my list, as well. I'm trying to read it in like a small thing. What's that? Curious Disappearance. Oh yeah, that game. Little Nightmares, and then Sky Children of 2 Light or whatever, and then Hylix 1 and 2, right there down there. And that's on my first page of everything I want to play. The second page and third page is there. But yeah, I need to look up that game a little bit more. Okay, fingers crossed. Don't crash on me, buddy. Please. Don't do it. Okay, that's what crashed it before, was trying to do the page turn. Alright, we got it. We survived. Phew. Dear goodness, I wasn't sure we'd make it out of that. Alright. You're not going to see that little animation too often of, like, moving across the watery area until a little bit later in the game. But this one we're going to see pretty often. Basically, every time a chapter starts or a chapter closes, it's very much like how it was in the original Mario 64, the Paper Mario game, right? That one had, like, you know, set of curtains would open up between every chapter. So I liked how they keep some things the same, but change the outlook of some other things. Excuse me, sir. Please wake up, sir. The town you've been speaking of has come into view. Look, that's Rogueport. The little, like, bleary eye-opening effect. Super fun, like, the work that they do with cameras in this game to make it just a little more believable, even though everything's, like, built off of, like, the idea of paper and dioramas and stuff. You see, we'll arrive shortly. Please prepare to disembark. Okay. You're going to start to get an idea of the animation style of this game right here in just a little bit. You already kind of got it when, like, we had the paper curl down and go across the whole screen, right? But we're about to see another sort of similar animation that they do to kind of cheat and move things around. I must apologize, sir. Our arrival was delayed just a bit by rough weather. Are you quite sure you want to disembark here? I did tell you all the sordid tales about Rogueport on our way here, did I not? What's that? I'm sorry, you say there's a princess waiting here for you? Is that so? Of course, sir. Well, if that's what you think, then I won't stop you. But, you be careful, sir. Don't say I didn't warn you. And... boom, back in, and there it goes. It moves. See, so that's how they do a lot of animation in this game, is they really, like, emphasize that it's made of paper. But even with that emphasis, like, I don't feel like they're too heavy-handed with it. I think it feels fun and unique with how they do it here. Because it is one of the first times that they committed that far to the bit of it being set up that way. We'll go ahead and save the game so that if we do have a game crash, we get that there. Perfect. Okay. What do you want, pal? Princess in a pink dress? What, does she owe you money? There we go. This is going to be our first companion over here, the Goomba. Okay. I've seen you walking around town asking for information about the crystal stars. Well, now I'm doing the asking, so be a good girl and tell us what you know right now. Never. I don't have to say anything to you creeps. I cannot speak. I suppose it wouldn't be right if a sassy little lass like you were to meet with an untimely demise. Boys, we're taking this firebrand to our fortress. As you command, Lord Crump, we're on it. And... oh, I don't think... okay. Out of the way, you scallywag. Move your ever-loving bones. There we go. Like I'd go anywhere with smelly lunatics like you. What do you think you're doing, chump? You think you can screw up my plans? God, it's always something. Looks like I'm gonna have to give you a little taste of the old Crump-a-Bomb. I like how quickly it launches into the game in this one. With the first Paper Mario game, like, it felt like you were supposed to kind of explore around a little bit. You'd, like, meet Bowser after a while. With this one, nah, it gets into it pretty quickly. And if you're good at the game already, if you already know what to do, then you can beat the game a little bit faster. So, there's a lot of the stuff. It's stuff that we've already seen before, but there are some new things that you may be noticing right now. First off, every so often, whenever I do an attack, I'm having little stylish points come off. Like that, right? And that's, I'm pressing the A button at a very particular, like, timed point in the action. So it's doing a stylish move that will go ahead and give me a resource later on. Okay, but for now, it's just, it looks fancy and it makes some fun little noises of cheers and whistles and confetti sounds and things like that. So there's so many small things in this game when it comes down to, like, how the stylish moves work that are just, like, they're built into me by this point. Like, they're second nature. So combat's going to be a little more fun in this game, I think. Okay, here we go. Let's just sneak out of here. They're all kind of pummeling on top of each other. This is going to be also a common thing that happens, is there's going to be, like, a lot of movement in the scene, and we'll just, like, walk through it or run away from it or things like that. I feel like there's a lot more interaction with animated scenes in this game than in the first one. Alright, all these henchmen are just kind of confused. Where'd they go, huh? You, Johnson, did you see them? Anyone? Nope, no one saw us. Crud, they bolted. And back up to here. This is also something we're about to see. This game is not afraid to have things happen in the background that we can't really control, which I think is just kind of fun. Wow, mister, you totally saved me, thanks. I've just got to give you a little reward. My name is Goombella. I'm a student at the University of Goom. Nice to meet you. So, who are you? Mario? Wait, you mean like that famous guy? Wow, I can't believe I met you here. Cool. Anyway, no offense, but it looks like you just rolled into town yourself, right? Me, I already hate it here. There are freaks and weirdos everywhere. It's nasty. I mean, I know the place is called Rogueport, but I should have expected it, but sheesh. I'd never come to a place like this if there weren't some legendary treasure here. Oh, notice in the background? See those piantas? Those are, so a game called Super Mario Sunshine came out a little bit before this game, and it introduced these characters called piantas into the world, where they have like little palm hats. Palm trees coming up out of their head, things like that. What? You're looking for the legendary treasure too? Seriously? Whoa, 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 bucko, what you got there? But yeah, these piantas in the background, you're gonna see them interact with the world around them a little bit. Oh my gosh, isn't that a treasure map? You have to tell me where you got that. Princess Peach, what? Great hoogly boogly if it isn't Master Mario. Oh. Off in the background, oof. Stay down, bro. The boss sends his greetings. How's that road taste, punk? And off they run. Are you okay? That hurt. Those jerks. Like this, we won't forget this. Like this whole dialogue and conversation would have happened just in the background of us clicking through this. But I like to focus on it a little bit because I think it's funny. Bit of a coincidence bumping into one another in this sort of place, hmm? Ho ho. So tell me, Master Mario, what in the world brings you to this wretched little burg? Ah, indeed. Princess Peach sent you a letter and a treasure map, and she told you she'd meet you here on Rogueport? Intriguing. You're asking me where Princess Peach is? I was about to ask you that. We stopped in this town to acquire a spot of fuel for our ship, don't you know? I only took my eye off her for a moment, but as soon as I did, she vanished. You know how headstrong she is, Mario. I just assumed she'd be back momentarily, but at this point I fear we must embrace the possibility that she may never return. I've been at a loss of what to do. I've been fraught with worry, I tell you. But I'm feeling better with you here, Master Mario. Surely we'll find her, surely. But I know my place, Master Mario, and this is not it. I leave this task to you. I believe I'll recline in the inn right over there and enjoy a spot of tea, perhaps. In fact, I highly recommend it, particularly if you find your HP heart points running low. Just drop on in. Yes, anyway, a little rest there will fill all your HP. I must say, though, the rest of this town is a bit rough. Yes, rough indeed. Huff, I say. Huff, I say. Princess Peach, did he mean like Peach, the Mushroom Kingdom princess? The princess who always gets nabbed by Bowser, the Koopa King, the one you rescued? Wait a sec, this is crazy. Princess Peach sent you that treasure map? Whoa, this is really intense. Well, where could she have gone then, do you think? You think maybe she got sick of waiting and went to find the treasure on her own? Oh, I know, Mario, come with me. One of my professors is here researching that treasure. We'll show him your map. If we start looking for the treasure, then maybe we'll catch up to Princess Peach. Great, we're all good then. Let's go, Mario. And now we get Goombella to join the party. Again, this game starts off much faster. It still has a bit of tutorial of like teaching you what the story of this world is going to be, but combat-wise, partner-wise, mechanics-wise, it gets there pretty quickly, and I quite like it. Okay, so I can press X to get information on nearby people, places, and objects. It's very much what Goombario could also do. And just like in that game, Goombella in this game is going to sort of get ignored, put in the box, and just never dealt with again. Nah, they're not really worth it. They're not a good companion. They're only good for one fight, really. I mean, okay, it is good. One of the things that they do is they do, just like Goombario, they do the tattle ability, which lets you save someone's HP, basically, so you can constantly see the HP that they have. And that is nice. That is convenient. Especially because in this game... Oops, pardon me, sucker! Hey, what's your beef, pal? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Mario, you gotta wake up. That guy just stole half your coins. Also, very quickly, you get just robbed for no reason. That's so lame. Ugh, I hate this town. Right. Thankfully, I know where this guy is. I'm just gonna get my coins back before I have to... It's not technically... There's not a quest or anything. Technically, you can go and never get your coins back in this game. But I just happen to know where they are, so I'm just gonna get them now. Because why bother, right? Oops! Fancy meeting you here. You're pretty dang persistent, buddy. What a pain. Fine, okay, you got me. I'll give you your coins back. Here. There we go. And I'm back up to 100. Let me give you a news flash. Even the most innocent-looking people in town are thieves. So don't come grumbling to me about losing a little pocket change, okay, buddy? But at any point, we can go and learn about, like, the area that we're in. We can learn about specific people. That's a suspicious Dugan. He craves that one big score, but I doubt it'll happen. Yesterday, I blew through 100 coins at the parlor. You believe that? But not next time, man. I'm coming back a winner. The odds favor me now. The game sometimes does freak out a little bit whenever you have, oh gosh, there we go. Whenever you have different things, whenever you're moving through the scene, sometimes it like flips things around radically, stuff like that. Okay, we're gonna go hop in here. This is where the professor is that we needed to talk to. Oh, hi, there you are, Professor Franklin.
What's that? Who's there? Who wants me? Ah, yes, you. Now, I've seen your face before. Yes, that face. Wait for a minute, just a moment. Don't tell me now. Silence, I'll get it right. It's not Goombrielle. It's not Eliza Goom. Aha! I've got it. You're Goombella, aren't you? You were in my archaeology class last year, am I right?
Wow, yes, sir, that's me. I'm Goombella, a junior at U Goom. Go Goombas!
Of course I remember you. Not to toot my home, but I'm pretty good at remembering. You, though, you stick out in my mind because you were such an exceptional student. And that guy behind you is... Who?
Mario. Professor, he's Mario. You know, the famous one.
Oh, my apologies. I'm such a bookworm, I haven't a clue about what's hip right now. In any case, what sort of errand brings you two all to a place like this?
We're hoping you tell us about the legendary treasures hidden below Rogueport. I thought that if anyone knew about it, it'd be you, Professor Franklin.
Of course I know about it. The reason I came here was to study that very subject. Why do you tykes want to learn about the legendary treasure?
Hey, hey. I'm so happy. I just got my Switch and I'm gonna get Paper Mario. Nice. I know that, if you're talking about Paper Mario, the Origami King, I actually really liked that game. It was surprising. Very different than the setup of this game, but still very enjoyable. What is it, Sledgehammer Shorts? I couldn't even begin to guess.
Why do you tykes want to learn about legendary treasure? You know that most say it's little more than a fairy tale, don't you?
Archaeologists and historians have to search for truth in those fairy tales, though. Me, I believe the legendary treasure truly does exist, and I really want to find it.
Good point, and well made. In that case, I'll cooperate with you with however I can. First of all, about the treasure, there's many mysteries surrounding it. Some say that it's an infinitely vast treasure hoard, while others say it's a magical item.
Very cool.
Some books say it's actually a monster, while still others claim it's an empty chest.
That's very nice. I'm happy for you. I hope that it's a decision that you're coming to like.
So many different theories. Obviously, it's impossible to divine the truth among them, but all agree on one point. To find the treasure, one must have the crystal stars. To find the treasure of yore, take the 7 crystal stars to the 1,000-year door.
You mean the super crystal stars.
That's right. There's the crystal stars and there's the super crystal stars.
You see the word super down there on super elderly? That's what I read. You mean the crystal stars that in the old saying that super elderly people pass down? There we go.
Indeed the same. As the saying goes, if you want to find the legendary treasure, you must first collect the 7 crystal stars.
Hold the magic map aloft before the entrance to the 1,000-year door, then the stars will light the way that leads to the stones of yesterday. Yeah, a lot of the lore I've led says that if this magical map was taken to the doorway, then it'll show you where to find the crystal stars.
Correct, and the 1,000-year door is supposedly here, deep beneath this town. Yet the critical piece of the puzzle, the magical map, is lost. If only we had that map.
But we do have it, Professor, or, well, not we exactly. Mario has the magical map.
What? Humana, hubbada, hibbity, hibbity, hoobity, humana, hoofala, hoofala. Really? You actually have it. Could I just take a quick look at it if you don't mind?
A wise mushroom speaks wise words.
Astounding. This is it, the real thing, the one and only magical map. You, son, are my hero. You're great, fantastic, wonderful even. With this, we can find the crystal stars just by holding this aloft before the legendary door.
Right on, Professor.
Good golly, what are we doing just sitting here then? Goombella, Mario, off we must go this instant. Let's take the magical map to the legendary door.
Off and away.
I bet you didn't know this rotten old thing came off, did you?
And there it goes.
We can use this pipe to get down under the city streets. Come on, both of you, let's get moving.
All right.
Oh wait, hang on a second. Mario, something just occurred to me. I'm fairly certain there are quite a few hoodlums below, so keep your guard up. You two do know about action commands, don't you?
I'm gonna say nope so you can see the thing here.
Positively shocking. In that case, you ought to take a second to learn them. We have a little practice session. Goombella, you can be Mario's opponent.
What? Me? Are you nuts? Oh, gee, okay. I'll do my best, I guess.
That's right. Mario's about to completely, jump, hammer, just pwn in battle. First, we'll practice a jump action command. That okay with both of you?
Okay, bye. Be seeing you, Abby.
Choose a jump command, choose which enemy you're gonna attack. There we go. When you choose your target, the details below, press A right there. Before you land on your enemy, press A again. You'll know you did it when Nice appears. You can do more damage this way. Now it's your turn to attack Goombella. Shake a leg.
And A, right there. Press A just before the enemy strikes you, and you get to do a guard. You can't just hit A repeatedly. You have to hit it at the right time. And the action commands are going to change depending on the attack. So let's go ahead and do hammer. Hold to the left. Here's where I release. And it still does, like you saw, 2 damage, but all in one go instead. Okay. And this is something I kind of want to practice in this game. I'm really bad at it, but I think I could do really well at it here. There's a way to potentially, instead of pressing A, if you press B instead, you do a super guard. I think that's what it's called, at least. I turned the foe's attack back on him. I mean her. That's a super guard, right? So this super guard allows me to take no damage and damage the enemy in return. But it's much harder to do. So it's like only, like 1 or 2 frames where you can actually press that button and it works. That concludes Action Commands 101. No, I got it. Don't worry about it. Okay, we're gonna enter into the pipe. So I'm not sure if they're still here. But Rowan, who's one of the people that often pops up in chat, Rowan said the other day, at least I'm pretty sure it was Rowan. I hope I'm not slandering the good name of Rowan. Rowan was talking with me in a chat that we had elsewhere, and I mentioned something about like talking with other people or chatting with other people using weird voices. And they said, what, with like the 10 elderly voices that you know how to do? And it hurt me to my soul because I realized I do just have like 10 elderly voices that I just swap around for different NPCs and characters that I like voice for different games and things like that. It was too true, it hurt.
What's up, baby? Why don't you hang with us for a while? We play real nice. Man, what's a fine looking Goomba doing with a tubby mustache man like that?
Oh, it's like so sweet that you boys think I'm cute. Seriously, well, yeah, guys like you make me feel like totally barfing. Now get out of our way. Ouch, that was cold. Punk just doing a little face there. What, you're too good for us? Come off it, sister. Wait, Punk, was that you that said that? I'm pretty sure it was Rowan. Nobody sings us like that. Nobody, let's get him. All right, we have to be very careful how we attack here. A Goomba, a Spiny Goomba, and a Paragoomba. My, the whole Goomba family tree. The only thing I should warn you about is that fellow in the middle, the Spiny Goomba. See that spike on his head? Right? Well, see that? Jump on that. You're gonna be the one who takes damage. And the Paragoomba's airborne, so your hammer won't reach. You have to jump for him. See how quickly they go through the tutorial in this game? It's so nice that it doesn't like handhold for you for this one. You can press Y to change the order that we attack in, and I'm actually gonna do that because the thing is, I can't use the hammer on the Spike Goomba unless he's the enemy in front. So the most effective way to go about this is to head bonk, like this. Defeat this Goomba here, because they all have 2 health. And then use the hammer right here. Like so. And defend right here. Yeah, and we'll get away without any sort of damage there. I'm going to show you what it's like to tattle, though. Here's how it works here. It's actually a command in this game. That's a Paragoomba, basically a Goomba with wings. I'm jealous. Maximum HP is 2, attack is 1, defense is 0. You can't hammer it, but rough it up and it will plummet down to the earth. Here we go. My stylish moves I get by pressing A, like hitting A when you hit the enemy lets you get that extra attack, right? Then I hit it at the top of the jump. Then I hit A again when I hit them again, because that lets me jump up higher and get the second stylish move. It also prepares me for times when I'm going to do like multi-jump and like jump on someone over and over and over again. Okay, when they attack, try to hammer them or jump on them when they're in the field. Attack successfully, you can perform a first strike. Alright. Okay. In the end, we're gonna get like shortcuts to this area, but this is kind of the only direction that we can go right now for our first little bit. We're gonna face a few enemies along the way, and you'll see what they meant about like try to get the first strike. If we strike first, then we'll get an attack off on them right away. And it can make it so that the fight is over before it even begins. Nice and easy like that. There we go. 3 star points. Star points will come by a little faster in the beginning of this game. Woo! Okay, I didn't manage to jump on that guy. Unfortunate. Yeah, I think we'll just go ahead and smack them down to the earth like that. I was considering knocking it down so it would become a regular Goomba, seeing if it would be able to be tattled as a regular Goomba instead of a Paragoomba, but I don't think that would work, so. Alright, get myself an item here. Hammer that guy so we can strike first. And there's no one else here? Yeah, we'll just go ahead and kill him. We're gonna run into Goombas later anyway, so there's not like a reason to like try to get the tattles now when it also means I might get hurt or damaged. There we go. And there we go. This is the entrance to the area where we're gonna be able to now see how to get to the 1,000-year door, which is right up there. So the name of the game of this, right, is, oh, yellow, is Super Mario and the 1,000-Year Door. Oh my goodness, I can't believe they struck first. I did it! I managed to get the Super Guard. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to do that. It's one of the things I have the least amount of practice with. Right, a lot of these other things, like, I just have a weird innate sense of how to, like, play the game in such a way to get those benefits. But yeah, the Super Guard is not one of the things I have a lot of practice with. So I'd like to get good at it in this, because I could see this being a game that I like try to speedrun or something. Just because I do feel like I'm fairly good at the swift action commands needed for a game like this. I'm gonna say that, and then immediately I'm gonna like beef it on something super simple. I know that that's gonna happen now, but okay. I'm gonna make it so everyone only has 1 health left. And then I'm gonna try to do a Super Guard here. There we go. Nice and simple. Wow, I feel like this is way easier than I always made it out to be when I was younger. When I was a kid, whenever I tried to do Super Guards, I would always fail every time. And it was like, well, I guess I'm not gonna try that. Like, if I'm just gonna keep on failing over and over. Okay, so you saw again the paper rolling back motion there, right? That's an animation. You'll also see, it looks like there's a piece of paper, kind of like a post-it note that we can maybe peel back as well. There's going to be a character later on in the game that'll let us remove spare pieces of paper like that. Before getting that key right there, I'm going to show you, actually no, because I can grab the key first, and you'll still see the same dialogue, I think. Something exciting in this one is whenever Mario jumps, their partner jumps after them, which I think is just kind of fun for the animation of it. Here we go. Whoa! Hey, you, can you hear me? You can? That must mean you're the hero of legend. Only the great hero of legend can hear my voice. Yeah! Everyone else? Nothing. See, long ago, an evil spirit cast a curse on me, locking me in this box. I was bummed. I've been here ever since, waiting for a long, long time for the hero to come by. So, yeah, anyway, big guy, what brings a hero like you to a place like this? Mario. A word with you? I'm not exactly confident we can trust this box. I think it may be best not to mention that we're looking for the crystal stars. Well, drat, I just said it out loud. What's wrong with me? Oh yeah, searching for crystal stars, are you now? So you really are a hero. Well, you're definitely gonna need my help if you want to get to those bad boys. So first, you should... So first you should look for the key to this box. Then use it to let me out. Definitely. By the way, the key looks like this. And it shows a picture of the key we just got. Well, what do you think we ought to do, Mario? Well, I know my vote goes to you finding that key. I'm sure it's around here somewhere. Come on, being stuck in a box is no picnic. I'm counting on you, oh great legendary hero. Whoa, 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 you brought the key. Yes, oh man, I owe you big. Yes, thank nothing. Whee! Fools! In this game, a lot of the popular upgrades, the upgrades you actually need to progress in the game, come in the form of curses. Oh boy, did you fall for it. I burned you. What, you think I was gonna help you? Instead, I'm gonna spread a little of the suffering that I've endured in that stupid box. Yeah, sorry, but those are the breaks. I'm gonna cast an evil, terrible curse upon you. Buggly wuggly woo, you're cursed. Enjoy that curse, sucker. You got what you deserved. You want to hear all about that sweet curse I just dropped? Then listen well. From now on, if you press Y in certain areas, you'll turn into a paper airplane. Whee! Trembling yet? Suffer the rest of your days under my terrible curse. Whee! Oh, I can't help but chortle. You're doomed. This curse is pretty rough, I guess, so I suppose I owe it to you to explain it. Ready? If you stand on an airplane panel like this one, the floor will start to glow. Yeah? Okay, you're on the panel. Now try pressing Y, then bam, you're a paper airplane. The worst part of this curse is that you must tilt left and right to control yourself. I guess if you got good at it, you might fly a long way, but that's the only good thing. So be honest, isn't this curse just about the worst thing that ever happened to you? I can either say I zoned out, what was that? Or, yeah, I get it, it's terrible. Whee! If you press B, you might return to mortal. Maybe. Return to normal, not return to mortal. Farewell, you foolish fool. Whee! Oh boy, like I said, all the curses are actually good in this game. They give us progression that we need to get on further into the game. So, wow, what was that guy's beef? Okay, and now we have a way to use the paper airplane. Hashtag Mario plane. There we go. And now I just use left and right, and you can see I'm like tilting it so that the plane will let me fly faster based off. You can't go like just full up because then it'll just hit and stall in the air and fall straight down. So you have to kind of repeatedly do this left and right, like let the airplane float and glide on down. It's kind of fun. Oh, Mario, Goombella, look at that. It's the 1,000-year door spoken of in the legends. I can't believe it's real. So the legends are all true. There it is, big as life. Come on, let's move closer. There we go. Hey, what's the deal with that weird pedestal, huh? What could it be, you think? Kind of come up here. As soon as we move up here, floor starts glowing. Notice how there are like a bunch of like tiny little ribbed bubbles in the outside area, right? These circles. So there are, noticeably, 7 of them. Let me see. Last game had 7 star spirits. I wonder how many crystal stars there are going to be in this game. Something also kind of nice about this, notice how it's just like spinning the camera around repeatedly. They did make a lot of the maps in this game, they did make them as 3D environments. Not all of them, but a lot of them are 3D environments, which means that theoretically the map could look around to more areas, kind of like it did with that twirling around. And you'd see more and more of an area. All right, this is going to show us where the first crystal star is. This little castle right up here. Ta-da! First crystal star. That's going to be our first destination. This kind of ripple effect. I also really like that. It was so cool, like, to see, you know, because as someone that had only really played Paper Mario, the only experience of playing Paper Mario before that point had been Paper Mario 64, right? The original Paper Mario. To have all of a sudden all these new, like, graphical changes and cool little, like, styles and effects and ways the camera's moving and, like, digital transitions from one scene to the next, like, it was so cool as a kid back in 2004 to see all of these like interesting ways that the game like really stepped up its moves, stepped up its detail in how it worked. Something I also like about this is, you remember how last time it took us beating the, like in Paper Mario, the original one, Paper Mario 64, it took us beating the very first world before we got any star power ability things? They decided in this one, they were like, oh, that's kind of boring. We should give you something right away. And plus, the first one in that other game was just like 5 HP, 5 FP, and you're cured of poison, right? This one is basically the same, but it does it in a little minigame way. What was with all the crazy lights? It appears that information related to the locations of the crystal stars appeared. And that shining light, it looked as if a mysterious power was given to Mario. Well, one way or another, we should return to my place and study the map closely. There we go. Aha, I see. You understand it, Professor? My dear, of course I do. Firstly, about that light we saw shining on Mario. By my reckoning, Mario can now perform what's known as a special move. A special move?
Yes, well, stuff like this is better explained by example rather than words. Would you like to try it out? Sure thing. Excellent. In that case, we'll go outside since this place is a little cramped.
There we go. Also, we'll get into battle right here. First, take a close look at your star power gauge. It's right up there at the top. Oh, goodness. You'll see that your gauge has 1 power dot. Obviously, that's a single unit of power. So you're sitting on a single dot of star power. With me so far? When you have star power available, you can use a special move. Try using Sweet Treat right now. It'll restore your HP and your FP. Okay, and then all I have to do is tilt the joystick to the left, and it'll shoot out repeated crystal stars that can give me little bonuses. Now, something to keep in mind. See those power shrooms, right? I mean, those poison shrooms? If I hit them, I'm stunned for a little bit, and I can't restore, like, all this HP for myself and my partner, and I can't restore my FP. But you can see here, I got 4 HP for myself, 5 HP for my partner, 5 FP as well. And that was with, you know, losing a lot of time because of the poison mushrooms. So it works out pretty well. Also, you may have noticed, your partner gets to attack in this game and has their own HP gauge. So your partner can be the one that is attacked in this game, and it won't just make them outright lose a turn like it does in the first one. I quite like it. There we go. The star power gauge is now empty. Even if the gauge empties out, though, you can still charge it up again. That's why audiences watching a battle is so important. In this one, the amount of audience members actually can grow over time. If you can get the audience excited, you'll build up more star power. Let me show you what I mean. Mario Goombella, try to attack me, please. Here we go. See how just a little bit you thrilled up your audience, so it filled up some of your gauge. There's a much easier way to go about it. The stylish moves are going to fill up that gauge, by the way. So, like, let me go ahead. You'll see with stylish, I got quite a few more star points there, right? Keep building up that power. The more exciting your battles are, the more people that'll come and watch. Head bonk once more. Whoops. That won't do. Perform it like that and the audience will feel ripped off. Trust me. Yep. There we go. Now there's a reason I did it this way. There. Okay. The jackpot works this way. So in this game, as you keep on, if you get action commands, it'll give you kind of like a lottery wheel. It'll give you a special, a special thing up here. It's a lottery game. You have to time it right to be able to get bingo. If you get bingo, then all sorts of things happen. If you do it with the sun there, I was gonna say sun sprite. Is it a sun sprite? A shine? I think it's a shine, a star shine, a sunshine. Is it literally just sunshine? Am I forgetting? Either way, if it's the little sun icon, then you're gonna get back all your HP, all your FP. You're gonna have, like, the audience is gonna completely fill up. Obviously, if you match 3 icons of some other kind, like if it's the flowers, then you get all your FP back. If it's hearts, then you get all your hearts back. Sorry, if it's mushrooms, then you get all your hearts back. If you get the poison mushroom, then things just go horribly, horribly wrong for you. 3 poison mushrooms, yeah, it's pretty bad. Thankfully, that doesn't happen too often, so. Gamecube is a ghost, Mario. Look at your audience. Right back there. That guy. Does that guy have a hammer? He does, the bum. He means to toss it at you. If the audience member hits you with anything, you'll take damage, and you have to press X before they do that. There we go. Now he runs out of the audience, but it does mean that I won't get hit with a hammer. You can press X to protect yourself from objects being thrown, but there are some good things that get thrown, like coins, items, stuff like that. In that case, you don't want to attack them, because you want to be able to catch those items and keep them for yourself. Let's have a look at that magical map, see what we can learn about the... Wow, astounding! This map has radar-like functions. It shows the location of a crystal star. It looks like the first crystal star is to be found in a place called the Petal Meadows. I love corn. Crunch. Corn. Alright. The area is a vast meadow that lies far to the east of Rogueport. To tell you the truth, I always thought that place was a tad suspicious. There we go. The name Petal Meadows did come up from time to time in my research. Okay, fine, we'll go there. Does anyone know how to get there or what? I'm fairly certain that somewhere beneath the city is a pipe to Petal Meadows. Petal Meadows. If you could just find that, you'd get there instantly. Pipe travel's efficient. Say, by the way, Mario, I'm curious, where did you get that map anyway?
From Princess Peach? Really? Her Highness sent this to you, Mario. This Princess Peach. This wouldn't be her, would it? So it is her! Your princess came to see me the other day. She wanted to learn about the treasure. I told her about the crystal stars and my suspicion about Petal Meadows. It doesn't seem likely, but perhaps she tried to go to Petal Meadows on her own.
You know, Professor, there was another suspicious group asking about the same thing.
But I can't imagine Princess Peach getting involved with them. Alright, it's settled. Off to Petal Meadows you two go. If Princess Peach indeed went there, your first priority must be to catch up with her. Collecting crystal stars is a means to an end, and that end is Princess Peach.
Aren't you coming, Professor?
No, I'll stay in town and ask around about Princess Peach and that suspicious gang. Besides, I doubt a shriveled up old Goomba like me could handle the trials of the road. Of course, if anything happens and you need some advice, come see me, okay?
You got it, Professor. Well, Mario, we're off. All right.
Wait just a moment.
There we go, our first badge, Power Smash, too.
Mario, it's scary out there. Take this with you. It's a badge. It's, yep. Sure, I'll let you
talk me through badge wear.
Okay, we're gonna attach the badges from the badges.
We're gonna hit A, we're gonna hit the Power Smash. We're gonna turn it on. It's also gonna make us remove it. We're gonna press start again. Opinions on green peppers. I will say, and I feel like this is the way it is for most people, you have to have peppers with something, right? Like, I love peppers, like green peppers and stuff like that, inside of like stir-fry dishes, or even as like if you chop them up, having them in like enchiladas or tacos or stuff like that. I don't normally only really put like green onions inside of enchiladas, but I like adding green peppers in, right? Like stuff that's supposed to have a more stuff that's have to have a more like taco seasoning sort of taste to it. Like, I love having green peppers in those sort of things. But it's not like I'm just gonna grab a green pepper and be like, oh, delicious. Like, just bite into it. You know what I mean? Right? It's a very specific thing to say, but...
Alright.
I have a very quick way up to the gear, over to the badges. Awesome stream going. Thank you, Fibrous. Truth, my respect for you is off the charts. Nice. My name is Dazzle. I collect star pieces. If we have any star... I don't even remember... I legitimately don't remember, like, ever trading badges with that guy. I don't think I've seen any of the badges he has. Okay, and this is the fortune teller. If there's an item that we don't know what to find, or like a place we don't need to know where to go, we can talk to them. Honestly, I rarely ever come over to this area, so... It's definitely a little more odd to have seen them that way. We're down below Rogueport. Okay. And we're just going to use this to fly over to the other side. However, I am going to hop down here, actually. There we go. I struck first. You'll notice right now we're in a little bit of a pickle if we hadn't have gotten that first strike. Because we got the first strike, we are able to... Oh, wait. Nope, 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 nope. There we go. Great. Of my 2 audience members, I have 1 left because I attacked them. This does feel like a stream. All right. State your Mario audience member right now. Are you a shy guy? Are you a Goomba? Are you a Koopa? Are you a Piranha Plant? What Mario enemy are you that's gonna end up becoming my my audience member over time? Oh boy. Kya. Bloop bloop. Ouch, that hurt. I do like, again, like whenever the like camera twists a little bit to make a 3D image of it, or it shows that the enemy is like a paper mache sort of enemy, I just love it when it does that. Okay. Would you look at that? It's that some saucy mustache guy. He's in for a world of hurt. I tend to see more people attending multiplayer games, but I do love that you have a different feel for gaming like no one ever seen. Keep going, MrM. Thanks. Yeah, it is true. Multiplayer games tend to get much more viewers in the chat, right? Because it's people looking for, you know, if they're wanting to watch someone play a game, they want to watch them play with other people. They want to watch them play a game that they could see themselves playing. And those multiplayer games fit that a lot better. But I just really like being able to experience a little bit of my youth. Plus, I'm trying to get as many of these videos as I can of me playing like story-based content, so that eventually I'm going to be able to release like a whole bunch of like summary videos of me playing through a game that maybe you haven't seen before. And it's just much more interesting, I think, to have that based around a story game instead of just a multiplayer game of like the highlights of MrM trying to play Fortnite and failing at every turn. All right. Hey, Mario, you remember what Professor Franklin told us, right? Okay. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put them out in the front. They're going to tattle on the blooper. Okay. Max HP is 12. The tentacles each have 3 HP. Have you thought about streaming on Twitch? So I have thought about it before, and I have actually streamed on Twitch before, not with the Mr. Multimedia account, but on Twitch, one really good thing about it that I think picture perfect, if you're recommending it, you probably know this as well. One good thing about Twitch is that audience interaction is a lot better, right? Like there are Twitch emotes, there are like rewards that you can like redeem in chat. Like you can make for some really, oh goodness, I completely messed that up. You can have some really interesting, you can have some much more interesting back and forth conversation on Twitch. It just feels a lot more personal, right? And that there's a lot more like ways. Dang it! Okay, I messed that up entirely. There are a lot more ways for chat to express itself. I think the channel points are one of the most fun things about Twitch, where it's like as you watch, you get these channel points built up over time, and then you can redeem them for like a few extra things, right? That is really fun and enjoyable to have as a thing, and I wish YouTube has something like that, but it doesn't, right? That's the only reason I think I would be considering streaming on Twitch, because honestly, beyond that, streaming on Twitch has a lot of unfortunate things about it. First off, it's much harder to find someone on Twitch. Like, it doesn't really recommend them as often. In my opinion, it doesn't like push out like it doesn't push out the fact that videos are happening as easily as it does to other devices that have YouTube installed on them, right? I think it's just much easier across the board to have to have a stream playing out on YouTube. But yeah, you are right. Like, one of the things that I think would make it more interesting for YouTube to do to make it like take the good things of Twitch is if they had a way for chat to be much more engaging. Goodness. Like if we had specific, MrM emotes, if we had channel points where you could redeem things of like, oh, if you watch long enough, like you can redeem it where MrM has to like, take a drink of water every so often, actually remember to hydrate, or do a push-up every so often, stuff like that, where it's like, it's the small little funny channel rewards things that I think are kind of fun and intriguing to watch in a stream. So, unfortunately, one big thing that is important to keep in mind is that Twitch does not let you multi-stream. It doesn't let you stream on two platforms at the same time. It freaks out, like the people in charge of it ban that from being allowed to happen. And if you try to do that, you're going to get some sort of strike from the channel. It used to be that they just wouldn't let you stream at all. Like if you had a partnership on Twitch, you could not stream on YouTube. If you had a contract with them, it was an exclusivity contract. You couldn't go somewhere else and also stream and have videos there. You had to be streaming only on Twitch. Okay. This place is supposed to be peaceful, but obviously we just saw that dragon in the background. That doesn't look so peaceful for us. But I am trying to make sure to get all these different little items here. Okay, a few enemies that we'll be able to fight in this upcoming area. Give me a moment. Let's first get the close call badge. We will go ahead and apply that, because why not, right? I mean, otherwise the badge power is just literally going to nothing, so. Okay, and it's only because I had that attack happen that I can go ahead and manage to actually clear out everyone in the fight. You can see right up there, we just had a star and a poison mushroom show up, and because they don't match, because we couldn't get any sort of lottery thing off of them, it just went away, right? And so this is a mushroom. If we had Goombella did something special, another mushroom would pop up for us, and it would potentially help us be able to It would potentially help us be able to get a lottery thing. There we go. It's very hard to get the Goombas in this game. I mean, the Paragoombas. At least that's the way I feel. I might be wrong about that, but... I'm going to purposefully mess up here. Because I want to see... Yes, it does. Okay. I wanted to see if it turns into a Goomba just like normal. It does. Look at that. You can also now see that enemies will use items. So, something to keep in mind. I'm going to go ahead and tattle again. And the reason I'm going to tattle again is... Do you see how we got that flower? Right? Dang it, that was one off. The flower comes right after the mushroom, and I just timed it a little bit wrong. I wanted to see if I could get my audience completely filled and get 2 flower points back. I thought that would work really well for us. Apparently not. Alright, a feel-good mushroom. Nice. There we go. It walked into the hammer hitbox a little bit after actually being in... having left the hammer hitbox. So I'm grateful for that. Okay, hammer, normal hammer. This whole area, there are a couple of things that we just can't really do with it right now. Obviously, like, we can collect these coins, right? But, like, if I go in here, you'll notice there's a badge up there, which I would love to get. But unfortunately, I just can't. Like, I'm pretty sure, I'm almost certain, even if you, like, walk to the very edge of this, like right there, and you try to jump off to the left, I don't think you can make it. I might be wrong. Nope, you can't make it. So. Oh, one more thing, Mario. If you ever find yourself, like, wondering what to do, just press X and use the tattle ability. So, if we are lost, we can press X. The river running through here totally makes the air crisp and refreshing. Hey, and by the way, Mario, have you tried checking the grass around here? Sometimes those clumps of grass hide good stuff, so always check them with A. Right, so will give us advice. Like the fact that I should check out that bush. Whew, boy. Oh, man, there are a lot of enemies here. One thing I'm going to want to make sure to do first is I need to use Goombella here to attack the fire flower. Because if a enemy is holding an item, like you saw with the mushroom from earlier, it will use that item. There we go. Tattle. Spiky Goomba. What a creative name. Nearly there. 97. We just need 3 more experience. That's just like killing one more Goomba. I was gonna say one more Toad, and then I realized that might sound a little too insane for Mr. M to be invoking at this time. I don't think there's anything over here. Might be wrong. Okay, good. Alright, because you'll notice, it's very clear what it wants me to do, right? What it wants me to do is go ahead and figure out that I need to hit this particular switch, right? I'm skipping past that and going over to here. Up to the star piece, right? It's just little things like that, where it's like little bits of exploration will go ahead and reward you. Alright. And now we'll slowly see a bridge getting built over time. I love the, like, kind of storybook's time-lapse of it. It's very cute. I like the idea of it. It's kind of weird, though, because, like, I have mentioned before that I don't really like it whenever the games are like, oh, it's paper. Oh, it's paper. Did you notice? Did you notice that we're doing stuff with paper? Isn't that so quirky? Isn't that so fun? The other games, it seems very much like they try to shove that down your throat a little bit. And here, it's just kind of like, oh. You know, it's fine. Like, there are definitely paper element things about it. Things in the animation that scream paper and that you can't get away from that. For goodness sake, like, half the area is a diorama, right? But still, it just feels, it feels nice. It doesn't feel heavy-handed. Welcome, travelers. Where are you, ask? Why, this is Petalburg. Sorry, but it's been kind of a long time since we have visitors here. We're kind of remote. It's Paper Mario and mention paper a normal amount Mario. It's Paper Mario, not mention paper a normal amount Mario. You're not wrong, Rowan, but still. It's alright, but it's been kind of long since we had visitors here. Yepity, once that dragon hooktail was spotted flying around in this area, well, that didn't help tourism. Put it that way, people just stopped visiting. Dragon hooktail must have been the huge thing we saw earlier. Hooktail. Anyway, Green Boots, have you ever heard of these things called crystal stars? We're on this quest for them. Very important. Crystal stars, you say? Nope, can't say I have. Sorry about that. You might want to speak with the mayor, though. He's old. Really, really old. As much as such, he knows all kind of stuff we don't know. Koopas of his age are really smart. Anyway, the mayor lives in that pink house up ahead. You should go check it out. Pink house should be sounds totally hideous, but should, like they said, be pretty easy to find. We're gonna go ahead and rest in here so that I can go ahead first off and show you, yes, the beds in this game do cost money. It costs money to restore your health in this game, and that's true also at healing stations, like little HP blocks. Did you sleep well, sir? Do come back soon. Hooktail, yep, we did see it. Okay, so this little toad right here. This guy makes a bunch of fourth wall breaking comments. Like, he talks a lot about video games he's recently been playing. Hey, what's up? I gotta say, I'm really hooked on playing GBA games lately. There's this one game that just absolutely rules. It's called Fire Emblem. You ever heard of it? Man, it rocks my socks. Every time you visit this child in between dungeons, in between worlds, he'll go ahead and recommend a different game to you. And it's kind of fun what they do. I am General White, I'm a bomb, and I've lost all my hopes and dreams. I live in solitude always. I must apologize, but I ask that you leave me alone. Alright, cool.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. It is a beautiful day, no? No, not you, Monsieur Mustache. I'm speaking to the lovely little cabbage behind you. What do you say, my pretty? Abandon this dullard and come away with moi.
Ew, are you kidding? Ew, nice wig, you disco wannabe. Take a hike, bozo the dork.
Oh, sacre bleu. Such brutal honesty. Such a sharp tongue. Well, I retreat for now. If you change your mind, Shelly, come find me.
What a total sleaze. Let's go somewhere else, Mario. This guy's just kind of wild.
And mademoiselle, you could not forget. Such burning persistence. When my mind turns to you, I feel the moths of love flutter in my belly button.
That's the worst line I've ever heard. Mario, let's ditch this loser.
Oh.
All right. Hey. Oh, look, it's the Bubblebs. This village is very nice. Clean air, clean water. Absolutely delightful, delicious. But this foul hooktail made everyone forget their fortunes. How sad.
Je suis ancien français.
I don't remember what that stands for. Oh, no. Hold on. Oh my goodness. I don't know what that's referencing. Hey, Wolf Ninja, what's up? You have a question?
What's that? Someone there? Who is it? What do you want from me? I know you're thieves, here to rob a defendant, so Koopa, despicable.
Go on, do what you will, but as you can plainly see, there's nothing to steal here. Oh, and I guess I have a little money. Take it, you fiends, and my antique shell too. Just leave the photo of me and the missus. Can't do without those memories. What? Not thieves, you say? Well, what's your story then? Oh wait, you folks looking for crystal stars? Well, why didn't you pipe up before, you jit? We're here just wasting time. The crystal stars you say you're hunting. Wait, what did I hear about those dang things again? Ah, got it, Hooktail. Hooktail's the one you're looking for.
Oh, I'm saying I am a French dog because the dog had a French accent. Oh, I thought you were making some sort of reference to like a French bulldog. Okay. I was very confused looking at it. I was like, is this a reference? Like French bulldog? Is that a thing? Has that been quoted somewhere? Is that the name of like some operatic song? Je suis un chien français. Okay, I have heard of Hooktail. So, Wolf Ninja asked, what's your favorite Disney movie and character? Oh my goodness. That is a rough question. Hold on, they're trying to get me to go kill a dragon, and he's calling me Murphy. It's Mario. The name's Mario. I appreciate that, Murphy. They are nice eyebrows. Now listen up. If you're intent on going to Hooktail's castle, find the secret pipe near this village. I don't know where it's at, but I know you need stone keys to use that pipe. The keys are somewhere in Schwang Fortress, just back the village. Okay, so we're gonna go over this way first. Right, so the reason why I say it's difficult to pick a favorite Disney movie and character is because I think that those are not the same for me. Like my favorite Disney movie versus my favorite Disney character, I feel like those are different things right there. Favorite overall, like across the board. If I had to pick one where the movie has some of the best characters in it, the characters that I most like across the board. By the way, this is Koops. He's very scared of the dragon and is kind of surprised that we're going off to Hooktail's castle. You'll want to remember him for later. But if I had to pick a movie that had both, it's one of my favorite movies and also has some of my favorite characters in it. If I had to pick just one, it would probably be Tangled. I know that's really like bog standard specific. I know that that's like a very, very popular one. But that is probably mine. I really like the music in Tangled. I really enjoy Eugene Fitzherbert, the person that is oh gosh, what does he go by for like the first half of the movie? What's his name? Flynn Rider. There we go. Flynn Rider. Gosh, that tripped me up for a while. I had to start watching the movie again and think like of the the redhead bandits going Flynn Rider, that sort of thing. Okay, anyway, so Flynn Rider's a great character, love him. Rapunzel is pretty fun in that movie. They have a very clear sense of like what they want to do with their life and that sort of thing, and I think that's really enjoyable to watch. But yeah, it's across the board just a really good movie. I also really like the songs in it. The songs are really catchy and they're also really fun to sing and finish as well. Because they got a really good singer for the Finnish Rapunzel. I don't know who it is, but it's a really good singer. Pardon me for yelling like that. I was panicking. My name is Koops. I hear you're traveling to Hooktail's castle. So anyway, I have a favor to ask. Well, oh, just forget it. Never mind. Ignore me. Goodbye. Okay, that was weird. What do you think that was about? Talk about issues. Let's head towards him again and see if he says something else. I don't think he does, but he might. Oh, he's standing in a slightly different position. Look, listen, just forget that whole scene I made earlier, okay? It was nothing. I was just fooling around or something. Yeah, so my favorite Disney movie and character that come from the same thing on both sides would have to be, Tangled because of Flynn Rider and Rapunzel. There are a couple other characters that are in there that are pretty good too, but Flynn Rider and Rapunzel are what make me enjoy that movie the most. One of my favorite songs from it is the I've Got a Dream. Cause this is funny for me. This may not be funny for all of you, but it's funny for me. I never forget the day that I first went to watch that movie. Because I went to watch it at the Dollar Theater. And the way that it went was, the reason we were able to watch it in the Dollar Theater was because the movie had already been out for a while, right? So the movie had already been out for a while, so now it's at the point where you can just watch it for literally $1. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I messed that up. You can watch it for literally $1 at like some malls that are just having cheap events. I always miss it by just the tiniest bit. So the day we went to watch it was Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And I don't forget that because I'm watching this movie, sitting there enjoying it, and then all of a sudden, on comes a musical number going, I've got a dream, I've got a dream. I was like, wait a second. Like, I pieced that together immediately, and I have no clue why. It was just really funny to kind of go, wait a second. Like the famous I have a dream speech and the I got a dream. Wolf Ninja saying my favorite movie is Wall-E and my favorite character is Eve from Wall-E. Actually, that's a sophisticated choice. I like that a lot because I really like the character design in Wall-E. The fact that you have like these futuristic looking environment, and sort of in interesting contrast to that is Wall-E, like this creature, you know, this robot that was just like abandoned on Earth, basically set with a singular task of, hey, make it clean it up for us for when we decide that we want to come home, right? The fact that it has like one objective and it's trying to piece together like humanity from its small existence, it runs into something that it doesn't understand, and its first thought is like, this thing is inspirational. This, you know, this creature, this Eve that I'm seeing have this goal, this objective that's moving around this whole area. Like, they have some sort of purpose to life, just like me, and I want to see them engage with that purpose. It's just so touching. It's such a good movie for main characters that like hardly do any talking. Such a powerful choice. So yeah, good choice, Wolf Ninja. Rowan has an opinion that I think I also quite agree with, and it's that Aristocats has some of the best songs. Now, I won't say it's the best songs, but some of the best songs, I'll give you that. The funny character from Wall-E is the cleaning bot. Oh yeah, the one that just like follows along, cleaning as they go, tracking them down everywhere they go. That's really funny. I like that one. Just very much like everything must stay in line. The fact that it chases them throughout the facility just to do its purpose of cleaning. It's so good. I also like, there are a lot of interesting subplots in that one where it's like, you have one objective. Are you gonna follow that objective based off of like everything else, the structure of your life, or are you gonna prioritize that objective? Which the cleaning bot does really well, right? Where it decides, like, there's a dirt trail going off this way. I have an objective of where I need to move and where I need to travel. Do I clean or do I follow the trail, right? Do I do what I take pride and passion in doing, or do I follow instructions? And instead it hops off the path and does what it takes pride in doing, what it thinks is its actual calling, right? And yes, its calling is cleaning, and you could call it OCD bot because of that. But I think it's also kind of a nice little message there, how it's set up that way. Let me make sure I actually have... Good, I have a PAL block. Yes. So, when it comes to the Aristocats, some of the music in there I don't like, and the reason I don't like it is because of, because they have children singing. Simple as that. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that hidden. Frosty, if you make comments like that, then I am going to have to put you in timeout. Don't make me do that. Okay. Bald Cleft. 2 HP, 2 defense. That means we can't hurt them unless we use a PAL block, like so. Then we just attack them. It also technically flips them over at the same time, which would allow us to do more damage on them, but they're already flipped over and we've already done enough damage. Okay. So, when it comes to the Aristocats, too many of those songs, in my opinion, have children singing them, and it's kind of annoying. Like, do, mi, so, do, mi, do, mi, so. Oh, I didn't... Okay. I didn't know it was a song. But... Yeah, it's just... Those are weird lyrics. That's seriously a song? Whatever. Thanks for apologizing and explaining the situation. But yeah, it's... I'm gonna say that song is, not something that I would appreciate to have quoted, apparently. But yeah, for the Aristocats, so many children singing songs, and it just grates on my nerves. I don't like it. Oh, okay. Oh, what? That's other thing. There are stage hazards that just happen once in a while, where it's like something will fall, like a light will fall from the ceiling. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's got it, understood. That's why you swapped out words. Still, yeah, even if it's a meme song, I just don't want it being sung here. Other songs in the Aristocats that are pretty good. O'Malley the Alley Cat. Oh, that's a fun one. O'Malley the Alley Cat. I've got that wanderlust. Gotta walk the scene. Gotta kick up highway dust. Feel the grass that's clean. It's very, very catchy music. It's very enjoyable stuff. I'm not sure how many people in like that like go to my middle school, for instance, have actually seen the Aristocats, because it's such a specific movie. I'm not sure how often people would go out of their way to watch a movie like that. Okay, wait, I want to try to super guard here. Oh, I don't think I can super guard when it's my companions. Whoops. Maybe I can, but either way. Yeah, that one's good. O'Malley the Alley Cat is really good. Everybody Wants to Be a Cat. Okay, bye, be seeing you, Wolf Ninja. Everybody Wants to Be a Cat is also a really good song. Dun 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 dun. That whole one. The reason why I'm doing the scatting to it is because I really only know that song in Finnish. And everybody wants to be a cat. Like, that's the only part that I know in English. The rest I just know in Finnish. Se on ihan yes, jos on sun ihan tes, rytmi ihmisten, rikkitikkitik. Katti Tarvainen, sen. It's really fun in Finnish. It's a very catchy piece, but I don't really know it in English. I just don't know the piece in English. I only know it in Finnish. It is what it is. Kaikki tahto, kaikki pyytää, kaikki päästään rytmin kattien, hallelujah. It's this whole thing of like everybody, kaikki tahto, everyone desires, kaikki pyytää, everybody pleads, kaikki päästään rytmin kattien, everyone päästään. What would be the best translation of that? Like, we'll just say partake. Everyone partakes in the rhythm of cats. It's not technically the most accurate translation, but it's good enough for MrM not wanting to dive into a whole lesson about the Finnish language and the grammatical breakdown of it. All right. There are a lot of songs. Oh my goodness. There are a lot of songs that become really fun in Finnish that we just don't often run into as Americans. Because why would you listen to a Finnish song? Does this happen automatically, or do I just own this item for later? It happens automatically. Nice, cool. Let's try to dodge against the. I was trying to super guard so I could maybe just do it a single damage back, but I missed. Oh well. Yeah. So what are some other songs that are really good in Finnish? Most of the ones that are springing to my head are Disney songs. Like, there are some really fun Disney songs in Finnish that people wouldn't normally hear, right? Probably the one that gets, that, like, because, you know, it's kind of a fun talent to do in front of your students once in a while, right? Like, there are definitely days, I'm sure you've had days like this in classes that you've been in before, where the teacher very much seems to be in a, nah, let's, like, we could concentrate on work, but I'm not really all about that today, and they kind of go off on a bunch of tangents, right? Half the reason why teachers do that is because, like, they only have a certain amount prepared for that day, and they kind of just need to, like, goof around a little bit. They're letting you distract them. They are purposefully allowing you to distract them in order to distract from the unfun holdrum that is their day otherwise. That's what we do. That's, surprise, teachers get bored teaching as well. I generally don't get bored that often because I'm really lucky. I have a class that I really enjoy teaching. It's very fulfilling for me to teach a multimedia class and to let people get to see all these fun little things of what's going on. but it's definitely something that that other teachers sometimes need a little bit of a break on. Okay, it's gonna cost me 5 coins to restore health, but that's worth it. But yeah, if you've ever had a teacher go off on a random tangent, one of the ones that I did when I was a math teacher, which tells you a little bit about how some of the days went, where it's like, the only thing I need to teach you today is this really small topic, and it's not 40 minutes long. I can give you a worksheet, or we can just kind of goof off talking a little bit. I wonder what Mr. Multimedia's gonna do. Of course I'm gonna goof off and talk rather than give people more unnecessary homework. I'd rather do that than busy work. Anyway, this little guy here should look kind of familiar in concept. Not actually look familiar, but be very familiar in the context of us having just played Paper Mario 64. Oh, haha, you're the first contestants I've seen in a while. If you've come all the way down here to Schwank Fortress, you must want stone keys, and if that's the case, then you must compete against me. If you win, I'll let you through where the stone keys rest. However, if you lose, you will suffer a terrible fate, and by terrible, I mean awful. Oh, haha, so, what do you want to do? I'll take you down. I feel like that's what it's supposed to be. I feel like it's supposed to be like some sort of evil laugh. You're in for it now. It's a game show! Remember what I said last time about it being the 64th Super Fun Quirk Quiz or something like that? The 64th annual quiz that they had, and we played as Princess Peach inside a Bowser's castle, right? Hey, ladies and germs, welcome everybody to the 65th Super Fun Quirk Quiz. Perk up those ears. If you answer If you correctly answer 5 of the following questions, you win, but get 3 of them wrong and you'll suffer a cruel and unusual punishment. Now, for the first question, what's hidden in this place? That would be the stone keys. Yes, it is my real answer, and I am sure. Alright, that's correct. That question was too easy, but it only gets harder from here, much harder, so prepare yourself. On to question 2. What do one Mr. Stoffner and 1 Fireflower cost at the shop in Petalburg? Total, I'm gonna say 16 coins. That is correct. I totally guessed. I almost said 12. That's correct. That question was too easy, but only gets harder from here, much harder. So prepare yourself. Moving on, question 3. What is the name of the mayor of Petalburg? I want to say it's Kroop. That is correct. That's correct. That question was too easy, but it only gets harder from here, much harder. We're not done yet, folks. Question 4. Tell me now, where is the crystal star? That would be Hooktail Castle. Absolutely. Arg, right again. Tell me you didn't just get your 4th right answer. This can't be true. That's it. I'm making the rest of these near impossible. Get ready for brain pain. Are you ready for the diabolical question 5? How can one get from Petal Meadows to Rugport? You have to go through a pipe. Is that your real answer? Are you sure? Absolutely. 5 questions correct with not a single one wrong. There's unfortunately no extra bonus for getting all this right. It just kind of is. There you go. So very angry. Can't believe I lost. I have to let you through. Stupid rules. So, one of the songs that I'd often sing, not often sing, it's not like it was a common thing to sing it repeatedly, but one of the songs that if I went off topic with the class, that I would kind of show off with, knowing in Finnish versus in English, right? Because you have to pick one that everyone in the class would know right off the bat, which means sometimes you're picking the songs that people groan at, which is also kind of fun in its own right. We have to admit, sometimes as teachers, it is just really funny. I'm sorry to say this. Sometimes it is just really funny to watch everyone in the class, like, groan at something that you're doing. Like, you're telling, a dad joke or a bad joke like that, right? And it's just, they all groan, and they're like, "Aw, really?" That sort of thing is really fun. At least for me. But yeah. There we go. I forgot how to do that for a second. I was about ready to like hammer the A button, and that was not what I needed to do. But one of the songs that I would often show off with, because it would show my point of like, yes, I know Finnish songs, and also it would be one that they recognize. I would do Let It Go from Frozen, which is Taakse Ja, which is Leave It Behind. That's the literal translation, Taakse Ja. But it's a pun as well, because if you're saying Taakse Ja, Yada being to leave behind or to remain, right? So it's like technically it's taxe ya, which it could be a command of saying leave it all behind, or it could be saying like it all remains behind. It's more supposed to be the command like leave it behind, like put it behind you. But the word yeah also translates to ice. Like jäätelö is ice cream. Jääkaappi is the ice freezer, which is like the word for the freezer or the refrigerator, right? Jääkaappi. So like the word yeah means frozen. So in Frozen, you're singing a song, taxe yeah, which sounds like either leave it all behind or behind frozen. And it's just kind of, it's like a fun, like little pun. Not that I explain that normally to everyone, but there you go. So yeah, it's a fun song to sing in Finnish, but it definitely is, hold on a second, yeah, there we go. It definitely is one that gets a lot of the kids going, no, the moment that you start singing it and they recognize it. On huiset vuoret ne lumiset niin, hanki hohtaa hehkuen. Let me see, what's it? So, like, the translation, you know, so in English, that would be, the snow glows white on the mountain tonight, not a footprint to be seen. But in Finnish, they can't fit that many words all in one thing, right? Like, it sort of makes sense. That's a lot of words, a lot of different ideas, a lot of different phrases. The snow glows white on the mountain tonight, not a footprint to be seen. The idea of having, like, there we go. The idea of having, explaining not only that you're on a mountain, that there's snow, that it's glowing, and that your footprints can't be seen. That's too many concepts, too many things to try to say in a song that you're translating into another language all at the same time. So instead, what they choose to focus on that one is, on huikset vuora ne lumiset niin, did I say huikset? It's like basically it's the snowy mountains. They shine like so. Hanki hohta hehkuen, which is like a snow pile, like glimmers. Like it's describing the glimmering. Like maybe glimmering faintly would be it. Like it's a faint glow, but like a glowing glow is kind of the way it literally translates. It's kind of weird now that I think about it. There we go. But yeah, so, you know, it takes the idea and summarizes it a little bit. So, like, rather than saying, we're on a snowy mountain, and there's no one else here because you can't see any footsteps, it's just like, snowy mountain, the snow glows. And that's how they choose to translate it. The rest of the song also has, like, some pretty fun, like, literal translation sides to it. But I don't remember too much of the specifics of it. Like, if I start to sing it, like, I will, like, remember the words as I'm singing it. Have you ever had that happen before? Where it's like, you're singing along with the radio, and then someone turns off the radio, and you can sing, like, the next line, but nothing past that until someone turns the radio back on. And it's just something about, like, the cues of sound, the cues of music that help you remember what the lyrics are, right? That's the way it is for me. Like, you have to sing it all the way through in one go. I can't just pick up in a random part of that particular song and just keep on singing. I need to hear it, like, in its totality, sort of. So, like, on huikset vuoret ne lumiset niin hanki hohtaa hehkuen, on linnanin yksinäinen sitä yksin hallitsen. So that's, on linnanin yksinäinen, there's a castle so singular, so unique, so alone, like, it's solitude-wise, so removed, sitä yksin hallitsen, and it alone I govern, I command, I run. Again, like all the lyrics are close enough to the English version. Like that one would be, snow glows white on a mountain tonight, not a footprint to be seen. A kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I'm the queen, right? So it's like very similar. Like you have the fact that it's a kingdom that's isolated and it looks like you're the queen. Because it's, you know, on linnanin yksinäinen, it's a castle so unique, so removed, so solitary, you could say. And it alone I govern. Siitä yksin hallitsen. Ja tuli ulvo, ninquin myrskysi salain, and the wind howls like a storm within me. Which is pretty much a literal translation. The wind is swirling like this. The wind is howling like the swirling storm inside. Hold on, that's a literal translation, isn't it? The wind is howling like the swirling storm inside. Yatuli ulvo ninquin myrskysi salain. Yeah, it's exactly a direct translation. Sillä pysyy ei vaikka tahtoisin. In there, it won't stop, although I would so desire it to. Couldn't keep it in, heaven knows I tried. So it's like, it's very similar, yeah. I just enjoy being able to have another language under my belt when it comes to these sort of things. Like, it's so much fun to interact with media in multiple languages, because you can get such interesting like looks and glimpses into what the songwriters or the creators were thinking when they were doing it. Hey, bite-sized glitches. I realize now you're greeting me the same way I greet you with a hey. welcome, hey. Oh boy. So yeah, like I think it's really fun to be able to watch movies, read books and stuff like that in more than one language, because sometimes you get like additional meanings that you can like assume that you know, if someone made a translation and it got approved by the original creators, that's like, yeah, that is something that works here just as well. It's a really fun thing to be able to have under your belt. One of the in a religious sense, it's also really fun to one of the things I remember most studying, like the differences between them, was different translations of like the Bible, right? Because the Bible is a book like any other, where it's going to have, it's going to have translations to it based off of, you know, because it wasn't written in English originally, right? So it's gonna have a bunch of translations to it that are different and unique and have different meanings to them as you read them in different languages. So it's kind of fun to be able to compare and contrast, like what different parts, you know, how certain pieces or parts read differently in different languages. That's really fun for me to do. I just kind of compare and contrast. Sometimes it doesn't work too well. Like if you ever heard, you know, it's one of those it's one of those like really like overly quoted concepts. You know what I mean? If you've ever been to like you've been to an area where it's like they're selling a bunch of kind of like live, laugh, love like stuff on the walls, right? There's a verse that says basically something like, charity is the pure love of Christ, it endureth forever and never faileth, and all those sort of things, right? In Finnish, that verse doesn't work too well, because the word for charity, like doing good deeds, doing volunteer work, stuff like that, and the word for love are exactly the same word, which is very telling that in Finland, just the act of doing good and the act of loving someone is the same thing. That's so cool. That's so meaningful to me. And that's really cool to read. But it does mean that the verse doesn't translate as well, because charity is the pure love of Christ doesn't really work. So instead, the way they say it is something like the love of Christ is a genuine love. Like that's how they choose to say it instead, because they don't really have a good way of phrasing it. But it is kind of cool just to learn that in the Finnish language, like the idea of doing good, showing kindness to your neighbors, being there for them when they need help, helping out just, you know, people that are in far removed situations from you, doing charity, that is love in Finnish. That's just so cool. Like, fun little Finnish facts for you today. I don't know why I decided to turn this into a Finnish language appreciation stream, but I'm down for it. I'm always down for Finnish language appreciation. Gold Fuzzy, HP 10, attack 1. It doesn't suck up my HP, it looks like. Oh, okay. It just literally just jumped on me. I didn't expect that. Let's go ahead. I kind of want to do a power smash here, because I have additional FP now. There we go. I got 4 stylish points from that. Not that I really need it, but it's kind of nice anyway to get. All right. And then here comes the crowd. See, they make some of the mini boss battles and boss battles in this a lot more dynamic, and I think it's really fun. Oh my goodness, come on. Cheap. Cheap. We're just gonna attack the golden fuzzy. Oh my goodness. See, we can dodge all the damage if I just time everything correctly. Ah, I tried to get the super guard there where damage him instead, but ah man, okay, well, it is what it is. There we go. The whole crowd's about to be defeated. Because I could try to attack the 20 of them, but I don't think I'd even get any, like, additional experience for it. See? There we go. We got the, oh, never mind. Defeating the boss, scared away all the guys, and then gave us the 8. Okay, so I guess you got 8 star points if you would have beaten the 20 HP fuzzies. You got 12 for beating the yellow fuzzy. Either that or the other way around. And either way, it doesn't really matter by that point. I got 20 star points. That's pretty good. Because I need quite a few to be able to level up. Okay, let's see if there's any additional items on the way back. I don't think there will be. I also want to check how many star points do I get now for getting in one of these regular fights here. Okay. All right. When it comes also to finish appreciation, hold on. Dang it. I'm not good at the lottery at all on that one. So there's a movie that I sometimes show my students around the holiday season, just like now I'm thinking about all these different things. There's a movie that I show, it's called Klaus. Klaus. It's a Netflix movie where it goes through and it's a story that is obviously not intended to be like an actual, real tale. It's obviously not nonfiction or anything like that, but it's a story that gives a fake history. So it's a fake history of the origin of Santa Claus. Like, who is Santa Claus? Where did he come from? Yes, there we go. I got it. It's literally just 1 HP, but hey, I'll take it. Yeah. Who is he? Where did he come from? How did the whole holiday season start up? Like, how do letters to Santa work? Things like that, right? It's this very fun story where it's like a whole postman sort of scenario. Just very enjoyable. I like it quite a bit. It's a very fun movie. And it's very informative on Multimedia because there's a lot of things that they did to set that movie up and to release that movie that it was very unique. And there's a lot of good documentation of it on YouTube that makes it very good for a good last week of school, last week of the semester sort of activity. In the movie Klaus, there are a bunch of there are a bunch of the people that live off in the Sami people, the people that live off in the northern section of Finland. They have very, very cool, traditional outfits where it's reds and blues with little yellow trims and stuff like that. They're a very traditional people, and they speak a language. They speak Sami, and it's not too removed from Finnish. There are definitely some, there's some unique words, there's some unique grammar, principles and stuff like that. But if you speak Finnish, you can understand a child speaking Sami, right? Generally. And surprise, surprise, in the movie, there is a Sami child that is a very important character that pops up a number of times. And you hear them talking, you hear their parents talking. It's just a fun thing. The thing is, it never gets translated. In the actual movie itself, there are no captions that say what the child is saying, what the parents are saying, things like that. So the fact that I can watch this movie and sort of translate for other people and let them know, hey, this is roughly what is being said right now. I mean, you can pick it up through context clues, but there's also something just really cool about being able to say, hey, I actually understand what's happening here. It's very fun to be able to have those sort of skills that honestly, they never pop up otherwise. Speaking Finnish has just about never helped me in life. Other than like when I literally lived in Finland. There's been almost no other circumstances where I'm like, well, like, I know Finnish, you know, hey, I can translate for this person. That's never come up before. I've never had someone that I like need to translate for just out of nowhere, unless I'm, again, in Finland. Yeah, it's kind of one of those, like, sadly useless skills. One of those things you put on a resume because it gets someone asking you questions going like, really, how did this come about? And you can talk about, you know, your interests and your background and your hobbies and stuff like that. You are correct. There is literally only one time here in America where where me speaking Finnish has helped. And it's been the one time that there was a telemarketer that called. I answered the phone like I always do. I always answer telemarketers in Finnish because that's one of the only ways that I can use Finnish appropriately is answer a telemarketer in Finnish so that the person on the other end just kind of goes, I'm sorry, is, you know, John Smith. Does John Smith live at this establishment? Is this John Smith's number? You know, because they're just trying to get you to answer anything and get roped into their schemes, right? If you're just answering, hei terve, kuka tää on? No siis, kyllä mä osaan englantia, mutta en halua keskustella sun kanssa. If you're just like answering in rapid fire Finnish, and they clearly can't recognize the language, they'll normally hang up on you and put you on the do not call list, or they'll put you on the Spanish list, which is annoying, because then you get calls in a language you don't understand, and you're just answering in a language they don't understand, and there's all sorts of confusion, and it takes a lot longer for them to hang up, because they think that, like, oh, no, I can trick this person somehow. They'll if they speak a foreign language, I can trick them into answering something. But yeah, one time only, the telemarketer responded to me in Finnish, but we had just a nice, normal conversation, and moved on with our lives, and he put me on the block list anyway. Goodness. Blech. Gosh. I guess allergy season is starting to roll around. That's unfortunate. Would I ever defeat a telemarketer in battle? Cage fight. Let me put it this way. I am not the strongest person, right? In all fights, just about all fights, I'd say 99 out of 100 fights, I would lose. The thing is, much like most people with Mr. Mime, if I were to ever come up against a telemarketer in a cage fight, and I was told outright, this is a telemarketer, and if you lose, you will be put on their calling list and called by their place of business 3 times a day from different numbers so you can never block them permanently, I would have just enough strength in me, exactly enough strength in me, to fight off that telemarketer and win. I would have just as much strength graced upon me to be able to do what I need to do to put that person in their place. All right. Now we have the stone keys. Wonderful. Now we got to find the secret pipe that leads to the lair. So we're going to go back to the beginning of this area. Oh my goodness, I'm telling the school board. Tell the school board the fact that all of those threats are made specifically against telemarketers, and I think I'll actually go in with an army. Everyone hates telemarketers. I realize that for some people it's just like the job they have to do, right? I get that. That makes sense. But no, I don't have to like and appreciate your job. I just have to understand that you do it. Hey, what's shaking? I gotta say, I've been playing a lot of Nintendo 64 games recently. You know the N64, right? Well, the game I play the most on it is Paper Mario. There's this girl in the game, Bo, who's pretty much the cutest boo of all time. This guy makes a lot of, you know, video game-based references, and it's just very fun to talk with him and see those play out as time goes on. I think I can sell some stuff here. Hold on. Oh, that's right. There's a point system and everything. Okay, so let's go ahead and sell some stuff. I want to sell the courage shell. Yep. I'm also going to go ahead and sell the in coupon. And I feel like I should sell some of these other things, but I'll keep them for now. I can't think of anything else that I really need. We have about 8 minutes left. I think that's just enough time to get us into Hooktail's castle. Excuse me. It's Mario, right? Look, see, the thing is, I've been waiting here in the hopes of getting to speak with you. I have to ask you something, and you can say no, but I'm gonna throw it out there. See, I was wondering, would you... Oh, please take me with you to fight Hooktail, please, I'm begging you! Sorry about that. See, my dad, he went off to battle Hooktail a long time ago, but he never came back. I miss him, of course. I miss him badly, but this isn't just about avenging my dad. Well, no, that's not true. Revenge is a part of it, I guess. A big part. But the truth is, I want to finish what Dad started. For his sake. For everyone's sake. Man, this is embarrassing. See, everyone always says I'm a crybaby, a weakling, but if I can defeat Hooktail, well, I won't be those things. I'll be strong like my dad. I know it's dangerous, but I still want to go. Please, Mario. Sure, come along. For real? No kidding. Yes, thank you so much. You won't regret this. There we go. Koops. Koops is one of the characters, just like with Cooper in our previous game. They're quite effective at what they do. They have a lot of good skills that we'll end up using as the game goes on. Press X to shoot out the shell, which will allow us to retrieve distant items and hit switches. Again, just like in Paper Mario 64. They make the first couple things be very much the same. The one exception is this. When we shoot out Koops, we can hold them out at that location, hold that out, release, and it'll actually shoot behind us, past us. We can even hold Koop's shell in place, move Mario, and then release the shell like so. So we'll place it out, we can walk around, hit it, and there we go. That's actually going to be really important for this next area. In order for us to actually get into Hooktail's castle, we have to use this strategy. So you're about to see it in just a little bit again. Oh wait, here we go, we start to walk away. Koops. Oh, golly, hi. Hi, Koopy Koo. Did you ever hear all that? Well, part of it, Koops. I thought I heard you say you're off to fight Hooktail, but you're joking, right? I mean, you're not exactly a powerhouse. He'll eat you up. I know, Koopy Koo, but I want to be tougher, for you, so I have to do this. No, Koops, you don't. I mean, going off to some dangerous place, it's stupid. So what if you're timid and sort of a crybaby? I don't care about all that. I just want you to be you, so don't go. Sorry, Koopy Koo. I've made up my mind. No need to worry, though. After all, I'm traveling with Mario. He's the man. Fine, ignore me. Stubborn Koopa. They go very soap opera sometimes in this. I'm sorry, Koopy Koo. I swear to you, I will come back to you, a stronger Koopa. It is kind of funny how overly dramatic they get at times, but I feel like it's done on purpose. I feel like it's done as a joke. I don't think they're actually taking it super seriously. Well, Mario, that's that, I guess. No turning back. Hooktail's castle awaits. All right, now that we have Koops in our party, now you can also see why sometimes I was calling Cooper Koops when I was playing Paper Mario 64. It's because of this, the fact that they have two characters that are basically named exactly the same thing. Koops and Cooper. Okay, here we go. With this now we have Power Shell, which lets us do this. We can get all those ground enemies all at the same time. Again, it's almost exactly like Cooper from the first game, and that's fine. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. All the battle mechanics means that we'll be very familiar with it. We'll know how to use it very quickly, very easily. In fact, I can use him in battle. Oh gosh, I pressed the wrong button. There we go, like so. You struck first, right? There we go. Bonk. Nice and easy. If I switch that around, shell toss. There we go. You can see I still try to do stylish moves even with Koops. I don't feel like I know Koops' timing of the stylish moves as well. Like, there's a secondary move that you can get with them. I don't remember what that is. Let's get this Happy Heart badge. Here we go. Struck first once again. Pretty easy to do in this sort of fight. Okay. Now, of course, if I try to put Cooper out here... Oh my goodness, stop it. At least this one was electrified. So that means anyone that tries to attack me is gonna get hurt. But still. So if I try to attack with Cooper right now, I can't. It's not worth it. Like, you can't do anything. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. There we go. Boing. Struck first once again. This guy, yeah, I was gonna say, this guy shouldn't have too many enemies in it, because it's supposed to be like the first guy on the path that you run into. So I imagined it was gonna probably be pretty simple like this. There we go. Nice and simple, like I said. We're pretty close, actually, to leveling up. I don't think that we'll grind for levels. I think that we'll just kind of let come what may, which should mean that, like, one of the first fights in Hooktail's castle will go ahead and level us up. So here we go. Here's how we get into Hooktail's castle. First, Sunstone over here. Moonstone over here. Now that we've done this, you'll notice these stones move to the side and reveal switches behind them. Also, there's a little set of words here. These words say, "Here beginneth the path to dread Hooktail Castle. Weaklings retreateth, ye who seeketh to proceed. A power of 2 must hitteth both switches simultaneously. Addendum. Oh, wait. Addendum. If ye are Petalburg Koopa, huzzah! Your hold ability maketh this chore snap." So here we go. Watch this. If I hold this ability, see? Do you see how Koopa's shell is over here? Koop's shell is over here. It's going to come back to this area and hit it when I release. So at the same time, I just need to jump up here. So I hit both at the same time because I released it. At the same time I was jumping, it hit the switch. I hit the switch. We hit it at the same time. And ta-da! We now have a path directly to Hooktail's castle. This is another thing that I really like about it. It leans into this a couple of times where all this stuff in the background, we can actually like go back there and jump around there. Because of the fact that we like, oh, I thought that there was something over here. Hold on. I thought there was something hidden behind one of these trees. Is that not the case? Really? Well, okay, now I feel just silly, but all right. So, we now can go to Hooktail's castle in the background here by traveling around that way, which I just think is kind of fun. Okay, save the game. We'll go ahead. I think we'll try to level up right before the fight is over. So, 6 coins for literally just 1 FP, not worth it. All right. Hooktail Castle. Now, I came up here without even thinking about it, but there's actually something downstairs I need to do. Oh man, Hooktail Castle, the stories were all true. This place is terrifying. There is one thing I need to get. It's like right about here-ish. There we go, the HP plus badge. Like so, nice and easy. Now, obviously, right here, I can't make this jump. If I try, I'm gonna fall into the water below, and it'll do a heart of damage to me. So it's a bad idea to try that. Instead, I'm gonna save now that I got that badge, just in case. Instead, we're gonna go this way. Use the paper airplane. You can see how we get back as well is by also following that paper airplane. Okay, I just wanted to double check. I didn't remember. There we go. So we lost a health, and now you saw what it looks like if we fall into like gaps or holes or stuff like that. Okay. There we go. Ha ha ha. I knew that paratrooper was gonna come like dive bombing down on me. So the only thing I could really do was intercept it before I could do that. Nice and easy. Let's go ahead and just power shell twice here. That should take care of those guys. Okay. Then we can do one more normal jump up here. Should knock down and flip over this guy, which then means that your power shell will take us all the way to the end, right there. And then one more set of bounces. And this should also give us the level up, because I think we were at, what, yeah, 93 before, and we just got 9. Puts us over 100. There we go. Okay, let's see. Let's increase our badge power, because we haven't increased that yet. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, nope. Meanie. Don't you even try. Don't you even dare. Okay, power bounce. Jump on one person until you miss an action command. Beautiful. I'm actually going to go back and I'm going to save because I want to go ahead and end the stream now. So I can actually get enough sleep before my meetings tomorrow. Because those meetings, I'm going to want to sleep through those guys, and I can't sleep through those guys, or I will get in some amount of trouble. Gosh. I'm still not looking forward to the meetings tomorrow. I can't believe that they're making me be at those meetings, but whatever. Okay, my progress has been saved. I've done what I need to. We're going to go ahead and bring us right back to the chatting area. Well, those people that showed up for the stream, thank you so much for being here. This was really fun to be able to go back and enjoy another retro game like this. I know this is back from 2004, but I think it's really good, and I think most people should see how the game plays out because it is really fun. It's a fun game, has a really fun story, takes a lot of twists that you don't really expect it to do in a Mario game, and I think it's just enjoyable across the board. Well, thank you again for showing up. I plan to stream. I was intending to maybe stream tomorrow. And I'm still tempted to stream tomorrow. But oh wait, I don't think I'm going to be able to stream tomorrow. It's a 50-50 whether I can stream tomorrow or not, because I'm thinking about my schedule and how things are going. I'm going to try to stream tomorrow. If I stream tomorrow, you guys will find out around 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, should be when I post the fact that I am streaming and like what it is that I'll be playing. I might decide to play a whole new game that I haven't even touched before, maybe like Hylix or something like that. So, with that being said, thank you for being here, but there's not too much longer I can stay and remain sane. So long, students. Goodbye.